everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today we're going to be going over the Alani Nu Sherbet Swirl. This is their newest flavor on the market, coming right up. Hello again, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And in today's video, we're going over the newest flavor from Alani Nu, and that is their Sherbet Swirl. It is their Sherbet Swirl. And there's not a ton of sherbets out there. I believe I've only reviewed about 6 different companies that have done it. There may be a couple of more, but those are the bigger names who have done it. And typically, early on in the video, I point you to another video right there, but that video is a really old video. In that video, I go over the company info, the ingredients, and all the details you need to know. You can still check it out if you want. Most of the information will still be relevant, but as time goes on, companies do have a tendency to change some of the ingredients around, but this company is still giving you most of the same ingredients that make it special. And not only that, but if you haven't heard, Alani Nu was just bought out by Celsius for close to $1.8 billion. Yes, energy drink companies are getting swallowed up left and right by different companies, and every company is trying to catch up to the #1 company of Red Bull. Not sure if it's going to happen since Red Bull makes billions of dollars. They're close to over $6 billion a year, with Monster doing over $2 billion a year, Monster being the #2 company. But Celsius has risen to the #3 energy drink company in the world, and this acquisition of Alani Nu is only going to help them get closer to Monster. But right on their heels is Keurig Dr. Pepper Group, which just bought Ghost. They already purchased C4. They already had A-Shock and several other energy drinks, including Venom. Hopefully they revamp that Venom line. But overall, the energy drink market is booming. We get to benefit from it. Let's get back into this Alani Nu Sherbet Swirl. And here's the can. Definitely like the can. They've got lots of colors on there, lots of graphics. They've changed up their graphic style several times. What hasn't changed is that it still has 200 milligrams of caffeine in this 12-ounce can. Some of the special ingredients that it uses is L-theanine for focus, as well as biotin because they are a more female-focused audience. But at this point, after being around for over 6 years, absolutely all of us love to drink them. We don't care if they're marketed towards women. Men can benefit from it too. A lot more equality in the world nowadays. Or at least the men like to promote. Also has other ingredients in there to help you work out. It's usually promoted by females in the fitness community, as well as famous females, such as Paris Hilton, Kim Kardashian, and so many more. So this drink does have L-carnitine in it. Over 100% of your daily value of lots of B vitamins. So let's go ahead, let's taste it out. A mostly clear color. Got a little bit of a haze to it, but they don't use any artificial colors, so that is as clear as they could get. This one, so many different ingredients in there and wonderful flavors. Overall, we're not going to complain that it's not a completely clear color, but let's see how it compares to those other 6 sherbets on the market. Let's taste it out. So for carbonation, I'm going to say you're getting a low to medium carbonation. These drinks do tend to be closer to medium or medium to high, but they've never gone overly high. And I think to really get that sherbet feel, they went down on their carbonation a little bit, giving it a much smoother feel, really making it closer to sherbet. As for your sweetness, I do think they're giving you a high amount of sweetness on the low end of high, but for your flavor profile, they're definitely getting a high on the flavor profile. This is a really good flavor, and it could be close to one of the top sherbets out there. Now, when it comes to the sherbets, we'll see when we get to the Caffeine Man rating chart that most of them had rated 8s and higher, but nothing really blew me away. It's one of those flavors where either you get it right or you don't get it right, but the companies that do get it right usually do a good job, and you're getting a really nice sherbet feel out of it overall. Now, when it comes to what sherbet actually is, for the Sherbet Swirl, you usually get an orange flavor in there, raspberry flavor, as well as a touch of lime. Now, orange and lime tend to be pretty strong flavors. They tend to dominate some some drinks, and I really like a lot of the orange flavors by Alani Nu. Typically, I don't like orange in general, but when orange is mixed with something else, definitely complements it. That being said, I'm not getting a super strong orange out of here. I am getting a nice balanced drink altogether. So it seems like they're giving you a nice orange feel, but it is a bit lighter so that it gets complemented by that little bit of lime that's in there. The lime isn't too strong. It's a bit subtle. And then you got that raspberry in there, and they're doing a really great job mixing this drink. If I had to give you some percentages, I'm saying you probably got a 40% orange, 40% raspberry with a 20% lime, just so you're getting that lime kick on the back end, just a little. It's subtle, but even with that 100% that I'm giving you for the flavor breakdown, this also tastes very much like sherbet. They're getting a sherbet flavor in there. So let me switch those. I'm going to switch them around. I like to do that. We're going to go, because I actually think that this is probably a better numbering system, we're going to go 30% because it is kind of light. You might be saying, well, 40% is kind of strong. So we're going to go 30% on the orange, 30% on the raspberry, 20% still on the lime, because it is very balanced, so that those 30s coming down make it closer to that 20 to be well balanced, which gives us an extra 20%. And I'm saying they're putting 20% sherbet flavor in there. That's right. You only have 3 flavors to make it up, but technically you really got 4 flavors, because this isn't an orange raspberry lime flavor. It is actually sherbet, and it's probably one of the closest ones to sherbet so far. So why don't we go ahead, let's actually take a look at the Caffeine Man rating chart, because I keep referring to those other ones. And you're going to see that Reign was up there, didn't hit the 9s. It's one of the few Reigns that hasn't hit the 9s, because they usually have strong, potent flavors. And that Rise one did hit the 9. I think that Rise one was the closest one to sherbet until now. I really think that this one is closer to sherbet. And when it comes to sherbet, you can't get a super strong, potent flavor, because that's not what sherbet is. I'm going back in one more time before final score. I think if you like sherbet, you have to pick this one up. Let me know in the comments if you've picked it up already. It was released last week. Took me a little while to get to the video. And if you haven't had it yet, but I've convinced you to buy it, definitely leave me a comment down below what you thought of it. I am actually going to give this a solid, not 9.0, that would be the same as Rise, but really when I was drinking it, I was thinking this is 9.4, and I'm still going with that as being 9.4 because it is a strong, solid flavor. I think they balanced it out really well, and it really does taste like sherbet, and that's giving it that extra bonus boost because it's giving you what it says on the can more accurately than any of those other companies. Great job to Alani Nu, and I'm sure Celsius is going to be very happy when this drink sells well. And in a twisted event of fate, my very next video is going to be on the Celsius sherbet flavor that they have. I think it's called Retro, because I recently saw that in stores, and I actually picked that up about 2 weeks ago with plans on reviewing it, but I did things like Lost and Found and a few other drinks that I thought you might be more interested in than Celsius, even though Celsius is the 3rd ranked company in the world, or it could be because I'm not usually a fan of the Celsius drinks. But the Alani Nu did show up in the mail, so I did that, but I do have the Celsius sherbet coming up for you guys, so I'm curious if they're going to be similar at all. I know which one I think I'm gonna like overall. If you do want to see that video on the Rise Rainbow Sherbet, you can check out that video right there. And if you want to check out all my favorite drinks, you can check out that playlist right there. Thank you all for joining me. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, have yourselves a great day or night.